$300 eBay coilovers
versus $2,500 fully adjustable coilovers.
Does more expensive mean more better?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Try and match my energy, Nolan. Try and match my energy.
We bought two almost identical Nissan 350Zs.
As identical as we could find.
And we're gonna modify them to be fun daily drivers that you can take to the track.
One Z gets expensive parts and one Z gets cheap parts.
Then we're gonna test them and see which components are actually worth spending your hard-earned money on.
Okay, so I'm the boss, so I get the expensive parts. And I went right to kwsuspension.com and spent $2,500 on a set of fully adjustable KW V3s, some of the best coilovers on the market.
And I went onto eBay and spent $300 on these, which were listed as coilovers struts for Nissan Fairlady Z, 350Z, Z33, 2003, 2008, shock absorbers, green.
I've heard about those.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be very good.
Gotta get the green ones.
Yeah. And it comes with a toolkit. Right. This is the front coilover. As you can see, it's got this external reservoir here that keeps the rebound more consistent and also gives me a little bit more consistency in the temperature of the fluid.
Right away, you can see like the welds on the top here are like just dimes, dude.
Yes, the materials used are nicer, the machining is nicer, but what you're really paying for is the amount of research and development. These shocks are valved specifically for the 350Z. The spring rates are designed to work with the valving in the shocks on the 350Z. The only con that I can see is they're $2,500, which cost more than a lot of cars that I've owned.
Oh. It's already got a hole in it.
There's a hole in it. I think a rat lives in there.
All right. Oh, a lot of fun. That's not as well sorted as yours. James, if you want to bring your expensive KW eBay. James has progressive rate. You can see these coils are a little more stretched out and then get closer here. There's variability as the suspension goes through its travel. This is just all the same coil distance, and it's a lot shorter, as you can see. And then here's the rear strut. Oh my God! Oh my God. There's like a tiny bump stop. So this little guy right here, that's all that's stopping the car from bottoming out. Next to James's, yours is 3 times bigger.
The welds on the KWs are a lot better. Like,
oh my God.
I could have done this weld.
That is not good, dude. Oh, it's not, this is gonna break. Like, but I mean, that's what we were expecting when we spent $300 on these. We won't really know what the weaknesses are until we put them on and test the cars out.
I hope you survive.
Me too.
Installing coilovers isn't difficult, and in our opinion is one of the first mods that anyone should do to their project car. It's a low effort, high impact way to quickly change both the performance and the looks of your car in an afternoon, making it the perfect project for any home mechanic with a little knowledge and basic tools.
All right, so swapping out your coilovers is not super difficult. These are the tools you're gonna need. These are all things you can find in the garage, at home. You don't necessarily need like power tools or anything.
Really, at its core, all you gotta do is unbolt the bottom of the coilover from the control arm and the top of the coilover from the strut tower. There's usually some other stuff in the way, like we gotta remove this strut brace, brake lines, stuff like that. But really, it's about 5 bolts.
Now the point of this video is to find out the difference between 2 sets of coilovers, but I'm also a really competitive person and I want to destroy the other team.
I want to see KW do this, huh?
I think both my production team and my mechanical team is more impressive than those guys.
So when you're taking a coilover off, you kind of want to leave the nuts sitting because you don't want it to fall down. There we go. One down.
You need some milk. Rest in peace.
Now that we got our OEM strut out, we can preset our ride height, comparing it to the old one. We want to get about 1 inch lower.
The main benefit of most coilover kits is that they offer the ability to adjust several different aspects of suspension, one of which being ride height. This is done by spinning the threaded body up or down the shaft.
That's about an inch.
For our KWs, however, the ride height is linked to the preload adjustment.
KW, their whole mantra is to make the best thing the best, and they know better than us how to make a good coilover, to be fair. So they basically give you preload adjustability, and then your ride height is what they determine.
And preload is pretty much the amount of force that's on the spring before it's actually load bearing.
Shaky, tighten it up. Not shaky.
So that's our 0 point. I put a piece of tape on the threaded body, and so then we'll screw up this bottom collar, and as it moves away from the tape, we'll measure the gap in between the tape and the collar. By my eye, that's 5 millimeters.
We took all the preload out of the coilover, but we don't want this to rattle around when we're driving. It's gonna be really annoying, and it's just not gonna feel good. So what Aaron's gonna do is gonna put about an 1/8 of an inch of preload on it, so it stays in place, but gives us a nice, comfortable middle ground.
A shock absorber's main purpose is to dampen bumps and vibrations as you drive. Compression damping is what's happening when the suspension is traveling upward. Rebound damping is what's happening when the suspension is traveling back downward.
This speed right here where it's releasing, on James's coilovers, he'll be able to adjust that speed. We will not be able to do that with this.
Now, Nolan's eBay green coilovers don't allow any damping adjustability at all, while our KWs have adjustable compression and rebound.
A KW gives us some tips, some starting points, basically right in the middle, which is to be expected.
If we want to, once we start driving the car and stuff, we can go back in and fine tune based on our liking.
I bet we're gonna like them.
I bet we're gonna like them.
Let's get them in.
There you go.
And unlike the front, the back is just 2 separate units. So we have a strut here and a spring here. They're mounted in different locations. It's gonna be a little different, but ultimately, the back is usually faster.
Hasta la springsta, baby.
So what we're gonna do is match both sides. A lot of these adjusters are in that cup, so you can't actually adjust them once they're installed. With the KWs, they're at the top. So we'll get them in the right ballpark, we'll get them installed, but then we can tweak them without much issue.
There we go. Look how much shorter this one is than the factory. It's gonna take some guesstimating, I think, on our part to get this right. It is, as you can see, a lot shorter. So, I mean, this thing's just gonna be dumped to the ground.
Got a rubber perch, keep from rattling.
This doesn't fit in there. That doesn't? No, so it's gonna be a lot louder and harsher.
KW makes these cutouts, which match the clips in the body of the 350Z.
Gasket, which I was assumed from a garden hose.
So that'll locate the perch, which is nice.
But hey, $300.
This episode of HiLow is brought to you by Mobil 1. As you probably know, your engine oil is a crucial part of keeping your car happy and healthy. Mobil 1 advanced synthetic motor oils are designed to keep important vehicle engine parts in excellent condition for 250,000 miles. Compared to conventional oils, Mobil 1 motor oils offer outstanding performance, long-lasting protection, and extended engine life. Mobil 1 synthetic oils are specially formulated by a dedicated team of scientists and engineers. Up to 20,000 hours of lab and field testing and 500,000 miles of road and track testing go into each bottle of Mobil 1 motor oil. Thanks again to Mobil 1 for sponsoring this episode of HiLow. Support the brands that support Donut.
Unsurprisingly, everything is going smoothly on Team Hi's side. All of our parts are fitting perfectly, and we're about to button up and drive our car for the first time. While Team Low is struggling with their eBay model green coilovers and running into snafu after snafu.
There's a fastener right here, a nut welded to the strut here. Ours does not, so we needed to find a nut that fits. The key to our salvation is in this plastic tray full of random nuts and bolts.
That one looks nice.
I think that just because they're going fast doesn't mean that it's like better.
No.
I think they're rushing it. They're not going to put the same amount of thought and detail into the end product.
It's been a pretty easy install, and we're gonna see what she looks like on the ground. Started with a quality product, and hopefully our work is...
We ended with a quality job.
Yeah.
It's just the way to do it.
No, I'm not. I don't want to. You never want to rush this kind of stuff. So. It's not a race, Jesse, okay?
Did someone not tell Nolan it was a race?
No, it's not a race. If you rush, things go wrong, and we're not rushing.
Damn, dude.
You get those 10 inches?
Woo!
Was that a race car?
Kismet?
Isn't it? Yeah. Will you tighten everything? Nope.
Nope, surely did not.
We forgot to tighten some nuts on the top of the strut, we think.
What was that about it being a race again?
And there was 2 bolts on top of the rear strut. Did them finger tight and forgot to tighten them down. There's a lot of people working on the car.
You left them loose.
And all of us thought someone else did it, so. Okay, bolts tightened.
Ah, that sounds
that's
way
way
more like
better.
it's supposed to.
For 300 bucks, if you don't care about comfort and you just want to look like a hot boy, green's what you need.
Ooh,
Yeah.
she's solid.
Yeah, it feels very solid.
I feel good. I feel ready for the maiden voyage.
That's our exhaust.
That's our exhaust?
Yeah.
But we are going over all kinds of bumps, and it feels great. Like we just
Like
ran
that?
over a manhole.
Dude, hit this corner, man.
Let's see here.
Oh, wow, that is terrible. Just even the steering input is so smooth. Just pick a line and jump right on it.
Oh, dude, that's better. Right?
I don't think so.
I like it.
Dude, just eating it up.
And just over that bridge, no
Yeah.
problem. That was a huge hump.
Yeah,
Just
very
plug it
happy
back
with
in.
our
Hey,
ride around the block.
we did it.
Good job.
Not too bad though, honestly.
No, right? Nice. I think the preload helped.
Yeah.
It's just like every car you've seen at Sonic, you know?
From what I've heard Zach and James say about their KWs, that's not at all what I felt in this car. 3, 2, 1, go.
After both teams got the coilovers on our cars, we set up a small slalom course in a parking lot to get some smart boy scientist numbers. Now, why do we upgrade our suspension? So that our cars will handle better. And a slalom course is an easy way to test just how much better our cars are handling.
2 guns down. What's the time?
We wanted to eliminate driver skill from the equation, so each of us drove both cars 3 times. Also, tires play a huge role in any sort of handling test, so both cars used literally the same exact set of tires.
So after he's done testing his car, we're gonna switch the wheels over to my car, so the only variable is suspension.
First, we ran the high car.
It's just like planted, it's really good.
Then we all took turns running the low car.
3, 2, 1.
A good start.
Dude, look at that thing, rails.
Yeah, dude.
Max speed.
And then we were super shocked because it looked like low car was actually faster, but then I realized that we made one critical error.
Turns out the first time we did the slalom in the silver car, the traction control was on, which slowed us all down. So we're gonna see what happens when we do it with it off.
Swirly.
Ooh.
Tighty.
It's just like planted, feels great. Unlike, I mean, when you drive my car on the street, you're like, oh God, like, when you watch the cars run side by side, you can see that the low car has a touch more body roll compared to the high car, but the low car is literally lower to the ground, so that helped it out a little bit.
Damn.
3 cones.
So we turned the traction control off, everyone got a couple more runs in high car, and the results were a lot closer to what we expected.
That was 6?
Fastest time of the day.
Yes! All right, so the average times, the low car did 7.02 seconds.
Respectable.
Respectable, and the high car did 7.06 seconds. So
Negligible difference.
very negligible difference.
I am surprised that they're so close, but they felt like way different.
Totally different cars. The low car, you really had to drive that thing.
And I just want to point out that Aaron smoked both of us in both cars. So in our very extremely scientific test, the coilovers really didn't make as much difference as driver skill. So if you want to be faster, the biggest thing you can do is practice and get faster and better at driving. So Nolan, if you had to buy one set of these coilovers, which one would you buy?
$2,500 is a lot of money.
Right.
It really depends on what you want to do. Like if you want your car to be a beast in the handling department, then yeah, I think saving up the money and dropping 2,500 bucks on the KWs is a really smart thing to do.
I was blown away by how much nicer the KWs are than even say like a $1,200 or $1,300 coilover. Mainly in the daily driving aspect, they were really super comfortable. It improved every aspect of the ride, of the car.
But if you have no money and you just want to slam your car, like the $300 ones weren't that bad if that's what you want to do. If that's all you want, I would get them. But just know that it is going to make your car worse and going to make the way you drive totally different.
So, does more expensive mean more better? Yes. Definitely. You don't have to go crazy like we did and get the top of the line KWs. There's a lot of stuff in the middle that you can go with that would be great. But when it comes to coilovers, more expensive does mean more better.
Thanks for watching HiLow, guys. We're gonna do a complete build on these cars. We're doing wheels, tires, brakes, diff, interior, turbo, and then we're gonna end it all with a huge road trip to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we're gonna test these cars on a real life racetrack. Be nice.
I love you.
See you next time.
Ah.